Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Bramble Fox. I am using some of the new goodies in the store this month, so this gears stencil and then some of the boy sets. So this one with the gears and the tools, then this one with the fabulous titles. I love the 100% Fearless, which is what I've used on this layout. I've also used one of the racing cars from this one, and I've used Built Tough from this set here. So yeah, quite a few things going on to my layout today. I'm actually using the Family Fun collection by Simple Stories, which is a couple of years old now, but it's one I've really kept hold of because I wanted to, it's just got such great colours and it's really good for boys. So there I am now just using the stencil and I'm applying some ink. I've got black ink and red ink through the stencil, just using a distress tool thing. Yeah, I've just put that directly onto a piece of white cardstock, and my plan is to add some photos kind of in the middle section there. So it ends up looking quite different to what I thought. I mean, I really actually loved how that stenciling turned out, but then I found it really hard to work over the top of. So you'll see what I do about that later on to make it a little bit more subtle, but it is really cool. It came out super well. So I've got photos of go-karting today, and I think I had 3 photos, but I chose to only use 2 on this layout in the end. And I wanted to use a lot of the fabulous words that I had got to use with all the boy stuff this month, and it just took me a little while to kind of figure out how I was going to fit it all onto the layout. So I didn't want to cover up all the stenciling, but I didn't want to I wanted it to kind of be glowing out of the back anyway. So I was kind of torn as to how to do that, show it off or hide it. I wasn't quite sure which one to do. I've got go-karting photos, like I said, so I've got checkerboard paper and red and white stripes. And I've gone for the red and the black ink as well, of course, and I'm aiming mainly for the black titles words on the layout as well. Love that little racing car. So he comes in a pack with some other cars and diggers and things. The racing car was perfect, obviously, for this layout, because I'm doing go-karting. So I did actually want to bring in some other colours. So I was looking through the collection, the Family Fun collection, to see what else I could use. I really liked the word fun, go even. Then I've also got the word winner that I've pulled off the sticker sheet. That had a little racing car emblem in it as well, so I pulled that out. So I just pulled a number of them out. You can see them all stuck to my trimmer on the right hand side. So I'm just going through and working out what I would like to use, because this collection is geared up for board games, this is obviously not a board game layout, it's a go-karting layout. So it has got some elements to do with that and racing and things in here, but not loads. So I just had to be careful about what I was going to use, and I really wanted to bring in some more colour, because just red and black wasn't really doing it for me. So I picked a multicoloured title, Go, and then I've got that round spinner disc that's multicolours as well. And then I've got some arrows, but so I was just trying to figure out how to make this layout kind of work, how to make it coherent. I knew I wanted to include on it, but I could not for the life of me arrange it. So I skipped forward a little bit here, and I finally got there. I did it off camera because it was driving me insane. So I turned my camera off and just figured it out. So I actually had to chop down the checkerboard paper and the red and white stripes paper. I couldn't work with them the big sizes that they were. I also mounted my photos just onto solid red, and then that kind of worked much better. I'm still struggling with the titles being over the top of the stenciling. Now, looking at it from above, like I'm looking at it here, I actually don't think it looks too bad. But when I was close up, I was like, oh, I just can't really see it properly through. So I decided, as you just see me do there, to grab my ink applicator tool and just apply some ink over the top of those colours, just to dull it down a bit. So just so that it wasn't just so it wasn't a colour and then some white around it. It was just a big splodge of red, but with those gears still shining through. And I felt that worked so much better. It just meant that I could put things on top of it and they showed up much better, rather than having the the white and the red really contrasting, and the black as well, all really contrasting with each other. So just having that red layer over the top kind of gave it a bit more of a subtle effect. So that worked so much better for me. So you can see I've got a very busy layout going on here. I've added the 100% Fearless at the top. I've got Built Tough at the bottom, and I'm happy with that because it points towards my photo. And where I had it the other way around, I wasn't happy with it pointing off the page. I've got the little go-kart racing cart coming towards the photos, same as the one at the top as well. And then I've got my stenciling either side, and I'm just adding lots of other bits and pieces. So I've got winner down the side, a couple of phrase stickers. I've got we make a great team and go-karting, and then I've got the arrows, and then the ticket to fun that says along there. Then over on the other side, I've got go as my title. I've got some tickets there. I've got another little arrow. And then right on the left, I've got gears from the little gear set. I've got a star and the spanner also from that set. The tools I wasn't quite sure on this layout because it's go-karting, but I figured that, pit stops, you'd need a drill and you'd need spanners. Yeah, so I figured that was okay. So I've included those. And I'm just going around and adding more stars and more gears and more little dots. Enamel dots, of course, because who can have too many enamel dots? No one. And then finally, I wanted to add some black paint splatters. And then I've run into some trouble because my black paint has run out. So I don't know how I didn't realise that, but I really could not get enough paint out of the paint shaker in order to add some splatters. I tried watering it down, I tried pumping it harder, I even tried taking it apart and trying to pour some out, but no, there's literally nothing left. Anyway, new one has now arrived. But I was really annoyed that I couldn't get my paint to come out of my shaker. So yeah, I had to resort to quite a lot of water to water it down in order to, see, I even tried shaking directly from there, but it wouldn't work. And there we go, all done. So I've got some journaling down the bottom there under the title, and I've got paint splatters on both corners where my stenciling is. So this was a fun layout to make. I love all the new boy stuff in the shop. So go and check that out. And fabulous. Great fun. Thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Bramble Fox.